Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, guys from different part of the world. Welcome back to our MyQFX weekly webinar. Okay, I hope you had a wonderful week last week, and today is the first trading day of the week and the first trading day of the month, 1st of June 2026. All right, guys. So in weekly webinar, just to tell you about MyQFX, the people who is going to join first time or is going to watch this webinar first time on the YouTube. MyQFX is the practical gateway training and the real-time market analysis. It's a comprehensive Forex training platform. Our objective is to train people with the live market. At the same time, broadcast the live analysis for the traders who already have experience or professionals. Basically take the maximum from the market and get the high probability trade. So basically everything we do in real time. So in this weekly webinar, what we're going to do is, first of all, before I start, I need to go through the disclaimer. And I'm just going to read down the last paragraph that I'm not affiliate or nor do I represent any security broker, dealer, or investment company. I'm not licensed or qualified to provide investment advice. Any trading decision I share are for information purpose only and should not be taken as in financial or investment advice. It is important to verify all information independently, and any action you take based on that information are entirely your own responsibility. Okay, so I hope somebody is going to allow the users to join this webinar. Let's move on. Okay, so just to recap the format of this webinar, first of all, we're going to look at the upcoming high impact news, which is very important for us, that we can align the opportunities accordingly. And through live technical analysis, we're going to look at high time frame for all the major against the dollar and all the exotic and gold in 1 hour. As usual, we're going to go through MyQFX analysis performance. That's going to help you to understand the essence of MyQFX, how we help today our traders not to miss any opportunity and squeeze amazing profit through live market analysis. Right, so if you are completely new and if you're not member of QBN member, so you have 3 options to take the maximum advantage from MyQFX platform. So number 1 option is 3 months free access. You will get it if you open a $500 fund account with our collaborative partner QBN Global, and you can get all that features. The most important is the real-time market analysis and updates. So if you want to avail 12 months free access of MyQFX platform, then you open an account with $1,000. You will get all the features of MyQFX platform, but you will also get the privilege to get a one-to-one free session with me or one of my team member will help you how to trade that account through MyQFX platform and effectively and grow that account. So only terms and condition is, in order to get the free access, either 3 months or 12 months, you must be trading in active account, either $500 or $1,000. And if you want to trade with your own funds in different brokers, so there's an opportunity. We have $149 per month charges. For that, you will get all that access. And if you show us your performance in your own accounts and you're performing very well, there's opportunities for get funded from the MyQFX. Okay, so interesting is if you are the member of MyQBN, you have free access of this MyQFX platform. Take the full advantage, guys. That's a part of your BMT. Okay. All right. So, but if you still need some information, you can email us at hello@myqfx.com. My support team will happy to help you and assist you with your inquiries. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So let's move into the news. high impact news. As you know, the week, first week of the month, we are expecting non-farm payroll. That's basically, normally we consider this is the driver for the trend. Either we probably going to see the shift on the trend, or we will find the continuation on the trend. That's where normally we used to do it. But as you know, what's happening, geopolitical situation, the market sometimes is more volatile. But we'll see how that's going to go. So I'm just going to be highlighting only the high impact news. And today is a Monday, as you have seen, that we have only one news. That was the ISM manufacturer PMI came out 54.0. We were expecting 53.3 versus 52.7, came out 54.0, which is the positive for the dollar. And we have seen at the New York session some strength on the dollar, all the majors. But we have seen later on that all the major basically reversed. We're going to look at in a minute. Tuesday, we have only Bank of England speech at 3 p.m. London time. Wednesday, I'm expecting some move on Aussie dollar. That's the GDP quarter by quarter. Expected 0.5% versus 0.8, so which is slightly lower than the previous one. We'll see when the data is going to come. So we're also expecting some big moves on yen, 9:30 a.m. London time. After the closing of Tokyo session, we have Bank of England speech. And as always, as you mentioned, the first week of the month, we are expecting ADP non-farm employment change. And we have seen significant increase number, 116K versus 109K, which is very good. We'll see. But at the same time, we have ISM services PMI, which is slightly increased that number. Then Thursday, we have, again, we have a speech. This week, we have a quite speech for the cable, yen, and Aussie dollar, and the yen and the pound again. So we have Thursday, we have a speech, 6 a.m. in London morning time for the RBA bank speech. Then we have 4:40 p.m. in the afternoon. That's the Bank of England speech. As always, on Friday, first week of the month, on Friday, we were expecting non-farm payroll and employment changes coming for the CAD. Slightly quite big number. We'll see here. If that's the number came, then probably we're going to see some strength on CAD against the dollar. We have an unemployment rate exactly the same, but if you look at the average early earning month by month, slightly increased, but non-farm change is slightly decreased, and unemployment rate is there. So we'll see at that time. If you see weaknesses on the dollar, then if you see the strength on the CAD, then probably we're going to look at the opportunity in dollar CAD. Okay, so this is basically we get the overlook for the week, and let's move into the technical side of it, and let's see if you can figure out. Okay, so I'm going to start today with the gold, because the gold is the major major, heavily trading in our platform. So if you look at the gold last week, what opportunities develop, and this week what we're expecting it. So if you look at the last week, we had this beautiful, short trade impulsive correction, and then we have impulsive reaction. And later on, we have seen the reversal, as always mentioned. Let me get the pointer, this one. Yeah, that's better. So if you look at here, we always look at the high and low. So we were expecting the price should continue after this breakout, exactly like this one. You can see here, price broken and give us the confirmations. We were expecting this sign of continuation, but price refused to, basically, this is a major support area. Price refused to continue. The price developed a false breakout. Then we look at the price action. So we had nice, beautiful long trade here. And even on Friday, when I was looking after this impulsive, I've seen this correction. I also mentioned about this long trade here. So we had a beautiful, even though last week, last 3 days, we did not trade, but we did some analysis and explained our trade this beautiful trade here. So the market open, what we have seen it because we have seen the price respected at the major resistance level. As always mentioned, this is the price action we were expecting here. Every time when the price break previous high, so we're expecting continuation. This is the pattern we are looking at. So if the price develops false breakout, and then we need a confirmation for the short. So this is what exactly happened. If you look at here, the price broken the previous high and give us the confirmation long here, price broken here. So we were expecting this one, but instead price developed a false breakout, came back and give us the confirmation here. And that confirmation basically help us look for the short trade here. So this morning we've been short on gold even at the New York session. So after that, if you look at here, pretty straightforward. We have this breakout, price came back, we have this channel breakout and give us the confirmation. Then this low is broken, and then so basically exactly the way we look at upside, we look at here every time when the price break, we are expecting continuation. So this is what exactly happened here. So we really manage very decent trades on gold. So this is the area of interest we were looking at. This is the very powerful, support area. So we were expecting some reversal. So we also had a counter opportunity, beautiful. And now what is next? What we are expecting here is, as always mentioned, this is the point of interest. So what I'm expecting here is if the price develop pullback, then I'm expecting one more push to the downside. Let's assume if the price develop a false breakout, price, fail to respect this low. Let me clean this line so I can make it more. Okay. So let's say if the price is going to develop a false breakout, then I need a confirmation in order to long. So that's the one scenario. This is what I'm expecting. Second scenario, of course, I'm going to be looking at short trade here if I find any opportunity here. We're going to look at in a minute. So if the price come back here and double retest and fail to break this level, give us the confirmation, then might be a counter opportunity. Otherwise, we also had a price around imbalances that there might be a possibility price might going to continue. But in either way, all these possibilities, we have to, look at the opportunities intraday, and this is what exactly we do every single day in MyQFX platform. So let me show you with you guys. Okay, so if you look at the because the thing is, let me explain to you. Being an intraday, we also look at the counter opportunity. In intraday, we do a lot of analysis. For example, price came back here. We have look at some long trade here, short trade here, and then long trade here, because we also take we have a long trade here. So we also take a counter opportunity and also trend following. But high probability is trade we look at as the price develop high and low, and this is the high probability, but we don't miss even counter opportunity. So let me share with you guys how we did today on this thing. So moving forward, I've already explained to you, this is what exactly I'm looking at. So if you look at how we analyze today, so we have a lot of analysis because the gold is highly volatile. So you can see a lot of analysis. So let's look at this one. Was the analysis that was a pretty straightforward. You can see here the price developed a false breakout. We had this was the counter long trade here, and a lot of analysis, guys. So let's look at this one here. A beautiful long trade here. You can see it. Once the price break recent high, if you look at the way we analyze the market, this is the area we were looking here. The price nicely broken. We already had it. So what we're expecting, as always mentioned, that I'm expecting this price behavior. So based on that, if you look ahead this area, we also mentioned another pullback. So beautiful long trade. This was basically we call the counter opportunity. We had it. So we also had a lot of, I'm not going to go all of them. So I'm just going to go a couple of them. That was a beautiful. And this is the analysis. The recording is here in MyQFX platform. Let's see if I can grab it here. I did this analysis. This is one of my analysts explain everything, and then I explain in more detail. If you look at here, this is what exactly we tell all the trader that the price has broken this one, and I'm looking here. Can you see this sign here? This is what exactly I mentioned here in the live market. So the price nicely broken, and this was the beautiful short trade, hit to the profit target, squeeze amazing profit. Even after banking this profit, so we did another analysis to look for another pullback, because once we have defined our buys in 4 hour, so we had an amazing trade. That was a beautiful trade, guys, the pullback. The pullback was a very amazing trade, guys. We had it. This was the trade we had it. As you can see here, pretty straightforward. As explained, once the breakout was performed, and I did this analysis and explained not to miss this beautiful opportunity here. Look for pullback, price develop, pullback, hit to the profit target. So this is not just as analysis. This is the way you can learn. Let me share with you guys. Let's see if I can grab those analysis, which is I was explaining to my trader, and that is recording is there. Let's see if I can. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it. Formation. I would recommend is start to bank some profit out. Okay, guys. Within the structure, price broken and give us that information. That was a high probability trade, guys. I hope you should have banked some good profit into it. So what we're expecting here is looking for another pullback. Oh, fantastic. So, okay. I can do again. Okay, so what is next here? Let's do the another analysis. Yeah, so what I'm expecting here, looking for another pullback, guys. Looking for another pullback. What's the sign of confirmation? Unless it's a trend, when you're the backing, let you know. So, okay, so now you have seen that how we analyze this analysis, yeah, and that was a beautiful short trade. You can see it based on that. If you had this analysis, and if you are trading a gold, and if you have taken the steps, short trade, you could have made a fortune. Honestly, that was a beautiful trade, and a beautiful trade, no doubt. So once the price hit to the at this level around you know support level because the previous high, so we were expecting some price action. Then we did another analysis, pretty straightforward. This is what we call a counter opportunity. We had it, and if you look at the counter opportunity, pretty straightforward, not rocket science. Market was at the at the peak, which we call a red zone. You can see here, this is the red fib channel. And the price was at the major support area. So we were looking some price action. So you can see the best way as explained here. Price broken and give us the confirmation. A beautiful hit to the profit target. Then we suggest to our trader it's time to bank some profit. So if you have taken counter opportunity, you should have banked some good profit. So you can see, guys, how we did amazingly. So again, we also did this analysis because once the price developed a false breakout, we were looking this breakout and hit to the profit target, squeeze amazing profit. And this is the last one. This is analysis we did just before half an hour starting of this webinar. As explained to my trader, not to miss this opportunity. Beautiful, amazing long trade hit to the profit target. So you can see here, guys, we had an amazing long trade here, and most of the traders really enjoyed and bank amazing profit. One of the traders basically is managing quite substantial big funds, and he was looking long around this level, and he managed amazing profit, guys. So let me share with you guys. So that is, let's see if I can squeeze that account. Wow. So this is another account in QBN Global. So he managed amazing profit. You can see it around taking a long here, all this long, and that's now. Can you see this one short here, then long here, then short here, then long here? You can see it, 34,021 profit. By the way, this is not a demo account, this is a real account. And this is quite big account. So this is what we train people. And this is quite $3 million of an account. You can see it. So this is what we explain. This is what we do. Explain traders not to miss any opportunity and squeeze amazing profit. All right. So I already explained to you upcoming future opportunity, what exactly we're looking at. In the goal, we are looking here. Let's see here if the price is going to, what's happening. My pointer is, so this is the point of interest. So this is what it is. If the price is going to respect, then I'm looking a short trade here. If the price develops floor, and then we're looking for long here. And we're going to also look for the opportunity. In middle, we don't jump into the trade unless if we find the good opportunity. But if you look at right now, even in last time when I did the market analysis, the market will perform very well. So if you look at here, this is the area of interest. The price should stay above price refuse. So come back here. Then we have this area of interest. So you can see here. So I'm looking for this breakout. That's going to give me the clear direction where the price is heading. So while the price is here, we also had this area. You can see here. We also had this area. So point of interest for me is to looking to break out, and the safest way after the breakout pullback. So this is the opportunity what I'm looking for on gold now. Okay, so let's move into the pound yen. We had a nice, beautiful pound yen. We had amazing trade, guys. Beautiful trade, beautiful. If you look at the price action here, which is a pretty straightforward, we had this long trade here, but if you look at the price respected, it's 3 times here. We were basically looking for this area. So price nicely broken, beautiful. We had this short trade here. As always, the price, this is the high, is broken if you look at here. So as I said to you, looking for this price action. So based on that, we were expecting might be a possibility of continuation to the upside, or price give us the confirmation looking for this. This is the pattern we were looking at for sure. But now price refused, though we did another analysis, which is I'm going to explain to you now. Let's have a look. And so what exactly I'm looking for, right? Because this give me the false breakout, give me the high probability of sign of continuation to the upside. Price has broken. I'm expecting continuation sign to the upside, guys. So we are looking any pullback would consider high probability trade in pound yen. So if you look at the analysis, we had a quite few analysis. That was a pretty straightforward. We had this one, a beautiful breakout at the Asian session. And it's not a rocket science, guys. We look at the price behavior, price structure, price nicely broken, hit to the fib channel. Then we explain over traders time to bank some profit. And after that, we had a counter short trade here, which is a pretty straightforward. If you look at here, how the price is behaving, we always look at the price behavior and the pattern. If you look at here, the price respected here, and as based on this analysis, price developed high low has been developed, and we were looking this breakup. The safest way for us to look at every time when the price break, and you can see here, this give us the confirmation for down. So we have, even with the price broken and give us so we had this beautiful short trade here. Once the price hit to the profit target, as we suggest, our traders time to bank some profit. So after we have banked some profit into this one, most of the traders really enjoyed it. And let's look at the, after that, what we have seen, as mentioned, to look for counter opportunity. So we did another analysis, guys, which is a pretty straightforward. You can see here, self-explanatory. We explain our trader look for the breakout pullback, which is price refused, and looking for another breakout price nicely broken. So technically, my analysis is slightly bit lazy. But if you look at here, this is the analysis been broken, price broken, and give us the confirmation. We had a beautiful trade here. So that was the beautiful long trade here as a counter, as you can see. Now we're still looking for long on pound yen. So what exactly I'm expecting next move, as you can see here, pretty straightforward, as we can see here. That false breakout give me the high probability of continuation to the upside. So what I'm expecting here, looking for another pullback. So any deep pullback would consider high probability trade. As mentioned, the false breakout has given us the confirmation to look for the upsides. This is what exactly for looking here. Okay. Pound dollar cable. Wow, what a beautiful rejection. That give me the sign of continuation to the upside. So first of all, if you look at, as always mentioned, so we look at what sort of price action has been developed. With that price action, what kind of pattern is developed in the structure, and this all these things we look and broadcast information in the analysis sections. We have this beautiful price respecting third time. So we were expecting continuation. We had this push. That push based on the news data came out. That was the strength for the dollar. So we had this beautiful short trade here. Price came back here. And let me share with you guys how we analyze the entry and help our traders to squeeze nice, decent profit onto this one. So if you look at here, we had this one. First of all, we had this one very small long trade here, price nicely broken. Even after the breakout, price give us the confirmation. Then we had it this one after just before the news. We already had this beautiful breakout. We look, as mentioned, we are always look for the price action, basic price action. So you can see, as mentioned here, price repeatedly one, two, third time. Whenever the price respect three times the support and resistance, that give us a high probability trade. The highest probability trade for us every time when the price break any recent low and high, you can see her price broken and give us the confirmation for short trade here, squeeze amazing profits. That was a beautiful trade, a short trade. We had it on pound dollar. And now what we're exactly looking here, now we have this current analysis, and this current analysis, based on that, the price has broken. If you look at here, what I did, this analysis I did just before, half an hour before this webinar. I mentioned this is the high is broken, so we had this is the low is broken. So while the price is not trade here, so look at here, we have impulsive reaction and price develop correction. That's kind of price behavior give us the high probability of sign of continuation. But as mentioned, looking for this breakout. So technically the price has broken. And now, if my trader have taken it, so I can tell them to consider tightening their stop loss, or at least tightening stop loss. So we had this breakout, and now we mentioned looking for this breakout. So if they have taken it, tightening stop loss, and let's see if we can price my gonna continue to the upside. So this is what exactly we're looking here. And even if you look at the 4-hour chart, this kind of price behavior give us that bear has tried level best to take this down, but bull has taken very pressure and price nicely broken. So you can see this is purely, you can see here price came down and failed to maintain the bearish, and now that gives us the high probability of continuation to the side. But again, at this stage, because London is closed now, so technically for me to look at, let the price every time when the price break in recent high and low, give us I like this kind of price behavior. So now the price is broken here. So what I'm expecting here is basically, we already mentioned tightening stop loss, so we are expecting the target around this level. So if the price gonna come back and develop another pullback, that's a high probability trade. For short, we always look this area. If the price gonna break, give us the confirmation, then we short. Otherwise, we're gonna continue taking a long trade here on cable on pound dollar. As you can see, all our analysis was performed very nicely. Okay, so Euro USD, if you look at Euro USD, we had a nice, beautiful, if you look at all of my analysis recorded in intraday, so I hope you should watch and you can learn the live price action. So as explained this morning, so my trader, this is the area of interest where I'm looking. If the price gonna break, give us the confirmation long. Otherwise, I'm looking for short here. So we can see a very strong bearish candle, price nicely broken. Beautiful short trade we had it. And this is what exactly we mentioned to look for breakout. And we did that analysis, by the way. So let me share with you that analysis. And that was a beautiful trade we had it. And if you look at here, what amazing analysis. Beautiful breakout, hit to the profit target. And that's the New York session, guys. So I hope most of the traders bring some profits. Okay, what is next here? So what we're looking here, it looks like the price is refused to close this level there. So what we're expecting here, there might be a price nice and basically trap into this one. Now we have a very interesting point. Number one, we also had this false breakout. We also had this floor break. So it's a price trap into this situation. So being an intraday, we also take a long and short, depend on the price action. But if the price gonna break or break this area and give us the confirmation short, long here. So this is what I'm looking at high time frame. As you know, this week we have a non-farm payroll as well. We'll see how that's gonna go. But if you look at the intraday right now, as you can see, this is the area of interest, which is the price nicely broken. Price developed this wedge here. So let's look at the current analysis. Let's see how the analyst is telling us now. Okay, so pretty straightforward. He mentioned pretty standard, straightforward. We're looking at pullback, and if you don't get the pullback, then second option, as always mentioned, that we are expecting here around this level. Pullback, sign of continuation, but let's suppose if the price develop false breakout, does not develop and give us the confirmation that we're looking for long here. Tip, I can give it to you. For me, the way we look at always timing is very important. Now that London is closed, so if I'm going to be taking a short, I would rather these 2 points, if the price going to break, give us the confirmation, that's the high probability. Otherwise, there might be a possibility price stay within the structure, because as you can see at 4 hour, we have seen no candle is closed below that previous candle. So if the price going to fail to stay below this level and give us the confirmation, this is I'm talking about price, then I'm looking for long. So pretty standard. So what exactly I need? Little patience and discipline, wait for the price, how the price is going to develop. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys. So I'm trying to make it this webinar sweet and small so that I can take questions from you guys. If you have any questions, and most welcome. This is the opportunity for you guys to ask questions. I'm more than happy to help you and answer all of your questions. Okay. Any questions, guys? Watch all of my analysis on the YouTube. I've explained all the price actions in detail. But if you are a QBN member, take the advantage, log into the MyQFX platform, make sure you watch all the analysis, recording analysis, guys. It's very important. And in tutorial, if you are completely new into the forex trading, so that's one you can join in QMine. But if you really want to know how to take the maximum advantage from the MyQFX platform, so make sure you watch all these YouTube previous my live sessions, and it explains in more detail. So for example, if you want to know how to manage your accounts in QBN Global, so the 7th one, you can see this is explained in more details. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys. Any questions? All right, no questions. All right, so let me tell you one thing. I'm going to start very soon as a trading club, where I'm going to be taking a couple of traders as an internship, and I'm going to help them. I'm going to give them some advanced training as a scalping and how to manage funds. And that trading club training course will be with the funded account as well. So $10,000 account will be given. Any candidate who joined that trading club will send you more information. For the QBN member, I am giving a 50% discount for people who really want to join. And in that club, basically, we'll give you some extra advanced training and will help you how to trade effectively that $10,000 on account, how to manage that funds, and then basically you will have the opportunities to get more funds from the MyQFX if you show us a performance. And soon I will give you that information, probably next webinar. Let's see. Okay, guys, any other questions? No more questions? Okay, guys. So let's make this webinar sweet and small, and let's get back next week at the same time. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right, guys. All the best. Take care, guys.